Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Roman Reigns was targeted in a cryptic post shared by WWE superstar and his on-screen rival, Bronson Reed. Reed and Braun Breaker took out Reigns and Jey Uso on RAW. The two members of Seth Rollins' faction stood tall on the final episode of Monday Night Raw before SummerSlam 2025. Breaker and Reed will team up against Reigns and Jey in a tag team match on Night 1 of the upcoming premium live event. On X, Reed shared a black and white photo of him and Breaker standing tall over Reigns after they took him out on RAW. Check out Reed's post on X. Cody Rhodes opened up about his clash against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39. At the show, the American Nightmare fell short and failed to win the undisputed WWE Championship. Speaking on The Ringer, Rhodes stated that his first WrestleMania match against the OTC remains his favorite. He said Reigns and Rhodes will aim to walk out victorious in their respective matches at SummerSlam 2025. Reigns will team up with Jey Uso on Night 1, and Rhodes will challenge John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship on Night 2. In a stunning twist, just days before WWE SummerSlam 2025, Roman Reigns has found himself at the center of swirling speculation after being targeted in a cryptic social media post by a top WWE superstar. The post, sent out late last night, set the WWE universe ablaze with intrigue and left many wondering if the tribal chief is about to face an unexpected and potentially career-defining confrontation at the biggest party of the summer. While Reigns has been relatively silent since returning in June following a months-long absence, his presence has loomed large over WWE programming. However, this latest development may indicate that the power dynamics are once again shifting and that someone has decided it's time to dethrone the head of the table once and for all. The cryptic post came from none other than Seth Rollins, the former world heavyweight champion and longtime rival of Roman Reigns. Rollins posted a shadowy image on Instagram showing a broken crown, accompanied by a caption that simply read, "There's no room for kings who hide." The message was posted without tagging anyone or offering further context, but fans were quick to connect the dots. Rollins and Reigns share a long and complicated history dating back to their Shield days, and with SummerSlam just around the corner, speculation is rampant that Rollins could be planning a major return to the main event spotlight by targeting his former brother-in-arms. Insiders within WWE have noted that there has been growing internal discussion about Roman Reigns' next chapter and how the company plans to reintegrate him into the title picture now that Cody Rhodes has completed his story. Some expected Reigns to take a slower route back into top-tier feuds, perhaps rekindling issues with Solo Sikoa or addressing the chaos that has engulfed the bloodline in his absence. What if Rollins is indeed setting his sights on Reigns? The timeline for the tribal chief's resurgence may be accelerating, and not on his own terms. Adding more fuel to the fire, Rollins has recently teased that he has unfinished business on Raw, and hinted in interviews that he's ready to take on any challenger, regardless of brand. In a recent appearance on WWE's The Bump, Rollins cryptically said, "Some people think they've been carrying this company. Others know what it really means to lead. I've got receipts, and I'm coming to collect." This remark, paired with last night's mysterious post, has led many to believe that Rollins may be preparing for a blockbuster cross-brand clash, possibly even inserting himself into the Reigns-Rhodes narrative that has dominated the landscape for the past 2 years. Roman Reigns, for his part, has not yet responded to the post publicly, which is uncharacteristic of the usually confident and confrontational tribal chief. WWE officials have reportedly asked both men to keep any potential confrontation under wraps, hoping to preserve the surprise factor heading into SummerSlam. However, sources backstage suggest that Reigns was not pleased with the post and sees it as a disrespectful attempt to undermine his legacy, just as he's planning his reascension. Reigns has always been one to pride himself on dominance, control, and family loyalty. But the events of the past year have shaken even the most solid foundations of his empire. With Solo Sikoa asserting his independence, Jacob Fatu making waves on SmackDown, and the Usos still charting their own paths, Reigns' return to power has not been as seamless as some anticipated. Rollins choosing this moment to strike, even indirectly, could be a calculated move meant to exploit the cracks in Reigns' once infallible aura. Fans online have been divided in their reactions. Some are thrilled at the prospect of another epic showdown between two of WWE's biggest stars. Others are concerned that a rivalry with Rollins might detract from potential bloodline-related storylines that still have plenty of unresolved tension. One thing is certain: if Seth Rollins is making a play for Roman Reigns, it won't be a slow burn. It will be a firestorm. Adding a layer of unpredictability, Reigns is still not officially booked for a match at SummerSlam, which has led to increased speculation that he may show up in a surprise capacity. WWE has done a masterful job of keeping his plans close to the vest, but the timing of Rollins' post may have thrown a wrench into those strategies. Whether WWE capitalizes on the moment or chooses to hold back the payoff for a later premium live event remains to be seen, but the seeds have clearly been planted. In terms of storyline implications, Rollins targeting Reigns could be about much more than titles. It could be a commentary on leadership, legacy, and what it truly means to carry WWE through its highest and lowest moments. While Reigns was absent for most of 2024, Rollins maintained his role as a workhorse champion, defending the World Heavyweight title night in and night out. Some fans, and perhaps Rollins himself, feel that he never got the recognition he deserved. If that resentment is bubbling to the surface now, WWE may be on the verge of telling one of the most emotionally charged stories in recent memory. There's also the question of how this impacts Cody Rhodes, who is rumored to be involved in a major match at SummerSlam, but has yet to be officially paired with an opponent. Could Rollins be looking to interfere in Cody's arc as well, using his history with both men to drive a wedge and take the spotlight for himself? Or could this all be misdirection, with someone else entirely being the true author of the cryptic message? Other names floated as possible suspects behind the post include AJ Styles, who has been teasing a darker character turn, and even CM Punk, who has been known to engage in mind games via social media. However, the style and symbolism of the post, particularly the broken crown, strongly suggest Rollins' fingerprints. The implications for SummerSlam are enormous. If WWE chooses to pivot and add a match between Rollins and Reigns, it could shift the entire landscape of the event. Even a non-match confrontation between the two would be enough to steal headlines and reignite one of the company's most storied rivalries. It could also be the first step toward building a monumental showdown at a later date, perhaps Survivor Series or even WrestleMania 41. Behind the scenes, Triple H and the creative team are reportedly divided on whether this potential angle should play out immediately or be drawn out over the coming months. One camp believes the drama and tension between Reigns and Rollins is too good to delay, while the other sees the value in holding off until a moment with maximum impact. Regardless of which path is chosen, the buzz surrounding the cryptic post has already done its job. Fans are talking, theories are flying, and the anticipation for SummerSlam has reached a fever pitch. As for Roman Reigns, his silence is speaking volumes. Whether he's choosing to bide his time or is still strategizing his next move, it's clear that he cannot afford to ignore the situation. The tribal chief has been challenged, not with fists or words inside the ring, but with a shadowy symbol that threatens his reign more insidiously than any steel chair or super kick ever could. And in the world of WWE, symbolism is often the first step toward war. With SummerSlam just days away, the WWE Universe now watches with bated breath. Will Roman Reigns address the cryptic post? Will Seth Rollins emerge from the shadows to confront his old rival? Or is this all part of a larger plan? One that could culminate in the biggest twist WWE has delivered in years. No matter what happens next, one thing is certain: the kingdom that Roman Reigns built may never be the same again. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.